Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm doing is how to set up a gymnastic jump grid. My vlog recently, my barn vlog, riding Apollo, where I set up my jump grid. Now I'm going to talk about it at least a little bit more in depth about doing a gymnastic jump grid. You can just Google jump grids and they have the exact distances. So if you're one of those who has to have exact distances, just grab your tape measure and it's really not that bad. I'm going to do it a very estimated way because do keep in mind that these strides are like what's in general for a horse, but your horse may have shorter strides, longer strides. You could collect it more, extend it more. So I try to do what the typical is and then try to make my horse match that, because at a horse show it'll be the typical stride length, so you want to try to match that if at all possible. So now with jump grids, you typically have some trot poles, some small cross rails, sometimes a bounce. Now what a bounce is where you would jump a cross rail and go directly into another jump without any strides in between. I don't have that out here today, plus I don't have a lot of standards. So again, the more standards that you have, the better. And if you don't know what a standard is, it's like a big piece of wood that holds your jump rails. And they're more expensive than you would think. So if you have like some if you have a saw or something that you could make your own jump standards, you would be money ahead for sure to do that, but hopefully one day. Also, what I would recommend you have is a general flat place if you can, and generally dry. So the more flat, the more dry, the easier that is to jump. So to set up the gymnastic jump rails, here's what I've got. Here's our general look. We've got two trot poles, a cross rail to a two-strided vertical. Then over here we got 3 canter poles, and then we have a cross rail. And again, you'll notice this huge thing here, huge thing here, huge thing here. We use this as a turnout during the winter, and this is still growing over from where there's a round pin there. So it's like, not round pin, I'm sorry, a round bale. So it's very soft there, so I can't use that as part of my arena, and my arena slopes off to the bottom right here, so it's also kind of murky over there. So I don't have a whole lot of room to work with, probably what you have at home as well. Also, I have my gates open, but again, if you were going to jump for the first time, make sure you close your gates. Now, in order to do this, you do want to have kind of a good estimation. Again, you want to try to keep them in line. So here is kind of the line that I have. So you can see, now you may be like, well, this is a little off center. Yeah, I can now tell that my second trot pole, which is very short poles, honestly, the longer you have them, the better. Just using what I have. I just need to scooch it more that way. I do have it kind of on a curved line, but that's because that's typically how my horses do it anyways. I may try to scooch it just a little bit, but this is a very narrow cross rails, but you know, you small cross rail here, but it really makes them become more accurate the smaller fences you have. So, and I am going to lunge him over this first before I just go straight on his back. Now you don't have to do that, but that's what I'm going to do. If you have an established jumper, it actually makes more sense to not lunge him over it so he doesn't know what's coming. So to set this line up, I've got 2 trot rails here. So in order to do that, let me show you how to do it. Have your 4 foot steps or foot lengths in between your trot poles, and then you would have 4 paces for each stride. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. So that's why it's a 2-stride, but if you can see it's a little bit kind of tad short for 2-stride, but that's also because you're coming from a cross rail, so you don't get as much going, and it may honestly still be a little bit too far for 2 strides, but we'll see. So same thing with canter poles. You're going to take your strides, and again, the goal is for these to be 1 stride apart. So you'd hopefully be going canter, canter, canter over these poles. So I count from here. So I'd step over my pole, and I would go 1, 2, 3, 1. Step over the pole. 1, 2, 3, 1. And step over the pole. Now, so if you see, I how well y'all be able to see this here. But now I've finished my 3 canter poles, and now, so I went, just keep you an idea of what I've done here. So I had my 2 trot poles, my cross rail, 2 strides to my vertical, cantered hopefully around here, 3 canter poles right here. So we're gonna go canter, 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 and it's not 100% lined up here. That's because that's just how it's like, okay? So I don't mind that because my horse should be able to maneuver properly. I am sure he's gonna knock it down, but hey, we're gonna get better each time. So let's just see how many strides we could possibly make that in. If we're in a canter, which we should be on a left lead canter going into this. So whenever I come off my pole, so I'm in the center of my poles right here, I kind of need to veer. You usually want to kind of go straight and then turn. That way you kind of stay on a straight line. If I just went, you know, shortest distance, like in a jump off, I'm going to really hit that at an angle, and I want to hit that jump at the highest part, at the tall part of that cross rail, and I want to hit it at the lowest part. So again, I want to kind of angle this way and then angle this way. So let's just see. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. So about 2 strides. So I can kind of be turning on that stride. So now I should be totally facing my fence. So I go 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh no, so I've got a 4.5 strider. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of leave that and see how we go. Because let's say I'm more collected going through the canter strides, then I'll hit that in 5. If I'm more extended, I might hit it in 4. So it's an ideal situation of 4.5, but again, it's on that curve line. So typically on a horse show, they're not going to say, hey, that's a 2 strider, that's a 3 strider, because it's coming from anywhere, because it is coming that way. I also could, if you're looking at it from this direction, you could swing way wide and then come this way and hit it in 5 strides for sure. So we'll try it again. That's why I like to do jump grids, and that's also, this is actually not jump, it's like a jump grid and then a pole work and then like a single fence. But that's why I like to do a combination of things, because not only does that get you thinking, also helps your horse to think. And I don't like to do very big jumps in general. I like to do more things to help your ability and to help your horse gain top line. Again, I do not jump very high, so I know I go in like the children's hunters, as they would say, but I don't want to die. So like the highest I will jump is like 2.6, maybe like 2.6 on a tall horse, perfect like flooring and everything, so perfect footing and everything. So I typically like to hang around 2 feet. And just to give you an idea of that, again, this vertical right here, I'm not measuring it, but it's honestly probably like 2.3, especially towards the end on that side, because I don't have it exactly the same length, which I might actually move that down. But yeah, probably about 2 foot, maybe a little bit more than 2 foot, but definitely no less than 2 foot. So I'm probably going to move that down for the first round of that. But now I am going to go get him, and I am going to lunge him over some of that. So yeah, definitely check out my barn vlog on that. But I am going to lunge him over it first. He's never seen it, at least this part, the grid. And then I'll hop on and give him a little bit of warm up, and then I will take him over it. So that is my goal for today on this beautiful day. So thanks for watching how to set up a gymnastic jump grid. If you have any other comments, I'm sure you do have comments or questions, please comment down below. If you'd like to see me do another one, please just paste a picture of the jump grid you'd like me to do, and I'd be glad to do it for you. So thanks for watching. God bless, be adventurous, and I'll see you next time. Bye.